It's time for your go time music. Pete Hart, Ryan J. Rose, Stephen James, David Wright, Ricky Mendonça, your top five. End of the start zone, 150 laps. Can we keep her clean? Can we keep her together? Green flag is out, going into turn one. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 weeks into the Frontier Truck Tour second season brings us to North Wilkesboro. iRacing, alcohol, the beautiful mix of both. Oh! Can you believe it? A massive pileup. And it is a traffic jam here on the front straightaway. Still trying to get trucks straight. League owner Matthew Lee got involved. Ricky Wentworth. Everybody waiting on Davion Haskins to get her back straight. There's the front of the field. A lot of trucks involved. Let's take a look at the replay. I believe we saw that all start with David Wright. So here they come through turns 3 and 4 onto the straightaway. And David Wright, Gary Smoke contact. Let's go check up the field. David Wright gets spun in front of the field. And it's just going to cause a massive pileup. See, grab some other angles here. So this is Gary Smoke. I think he might have been in contact with David Wright, and then the pileup ensues behind. Not sure what happened between Gary and David there, but here come the checkups, and guys are just going to pile in. Anthony Ely, Aiden Gould, Jason Woldridge gets caught. 64, Brett Murphy sideways. Davion Haskins, Jordan Marion entering the fray. Oh, massive hits. Ronnie Lane, Matthew Leggett. Wow. Ready to go back green. Here we go. Pete Hart with the launch. Stephen James, the butt snorkeler, in that second position right now. Has Douglas Henry right there in the third spot. Then it's Raymond Wimmer, the second, and Dylan Herviton making up your next pair. Herviton up the inside of Raymond Wimmer, wrapping the bottom, Raymond up top. They'll meet each other there in the center, and we watch the drive off. Pretty even. Oh, Tab Haybear. Tab Haybear spun around. Dylan Simmons, Aiden Gould, ARCA break in. Oh my gosh. Mayhem on the front straightaway strikes again. Tab Haybear was sideways. Let's take a look at the replay. Tab Haybear. Oh, a lot going. David Wright sideways. I wonder if maybe Tab Bach could be checked up with the truck behind him. Got involved. Aiden Gould gets sent from Ryan J. Rose into Dylan Simmons. Here comes Aaron Warren slamming in the back of Chris Sawyer. I mean, none of these guys really know what's going on in front of them. We're going to stay right here to watch it from the blimp. Green flag back out. Looks like the field might be able to settle in here. Stephen James, Douglas Henry side by side. Now Dylan Herviton looks underneath at Douglas Henry, trying to go for a pass here for third. Looks like the field tried to get a little bit more tamed out. I know we took out a lot of race trucks. Ronnie Lane, Aaron Warren, Dylan Simmons, Aiden Gould already all out of it. Two dirt guys going at it. We see them a lot. PAL Racing Dirt Series Tuesdays. Tab Haber sideways, finished off by The 74, we were just talking about Tab Haybear. Dylan Simmons caught up in another wreck once again. Well, Tab and Wooldridge have raced against each other quite a bit on the dirt. And, man, that sucks for Dylan Simmons. His night's already over. Tab losing it. Really good launch out of Stephen James. Dylan Herviton into Pete Tart. Almost wrecks him. Pete blinks out, comes back. Still with your lead. Herviton getting to his left rear. Pete will get the spot. Herviton will back off. Rewind action. Brett Murphy to the back of Jordan Marion. 40. Sorry, that was Ricky Mendonça, excuse me, in the 46. And the back of Jordan Marion, we stay green. Raymond Wimmer spun around. And he's stuck right in the middle of the track with trucks going by. And that'll throw the yellow right in front of the field. It's going to bail out Jordan Marion. Also got an incident report out of Brett Murphy, the 64, not 46. Let's see what happened with Raymond Wimmer, then we'll go to Brett Murphy. Oh, Brian Torchia comes up the track, left rear into Raymond Wimmer. Spins him around right in front of the field. Let's go look at Brett Murphy's incident. Comes up into Gary Smoke, bounces himself off. Brings it down to the grass.
He got Logan there. He got the best of the field so far tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Herviton, I think, is almost as quick a Pete Tart. He gets into second over Stephen James, clears him. The butt snorkeler having a really good run. Douglas Henry side by side with Derek Stanley. That is for the 4th spot. Looks like we're just going to hang on here. 67 laps of fuel is what I was told was the guesstimate. With all these cautions, I say we're probably not going to pit to right around lap 75 and so on.
We've been racing here for the past kind of 20 minutes. Really.
And as you said it, Aiden, Brian Torchia, Mason Thompson. Mason Thompson, your Eldora winner, the Mudslinger Classic. And Brian Torchia, teammates of the Dega Dash winner, David Wright. Both trucks spun out their entrance of pit road. Let's see what happens. So Mason Thompson, Brian Torchia running right around 7th and 8th. Oh, and Mason comes up. Brian's not really against the fence. And Mason tries to run away, getting into pit road. Actually, might get minimal damage here. Both trucks, not bad. Not a bad deal. Let's watch that again from Torch.
It looks like it just keeps, yeah, it looks like Mason just came up more than Brian came down.
Good save out of the pair. Here we go. Can we keep her together? Green flag is out. We're back underway.
Good start up here.
Herviton looks to the outside of Pete. Pete keeps blinking out on these restarts. It's going to make it sketchy for the guys behind him, especially once we start getting more aggressive later in this race. Dylan Herviton, though, ever since he made left rear contact with Pete in that one restart, he's made sure to give him plenty of room and just mind his braking zone. Raymond Wimmer into the back bumper, Ricky Mendonça. Raymond looking up the inside. Trying to battle back towards the front. Caution is out. Tab Haybear once again finds himself in some trouble. That truck once again receiving some damage. Let's see exactly what happened with Tab.
Truck is already damaged enough.
I wonder if the damage on that truck is causing him to just not be able to have some mechanical grip. Yeah, just loses the rear end down there on the bottom. 53 lap older tires, low fuel.
Great start out, Brett.
Internet issues for Brett Murphy. Oh, who's that in the back?
Oh, wrecked. Yellow. Is that?
That's Wooldridge. Well, Jason Wooldridge started that off. He was sideways first. Ricky Wentworth involved. Aaron Warren as well. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, Wooldridge loses the rear end, comes up. Mason Thompson gets into him. That's going to cause him no damage on the 52. And Aaron Warren nowhere to go. Ricky Wentworth comes in. Old tires up front. Here we go. By the way, Dylan Hervton is back. 6 laps down. Oh, Wooldridge just got into the 56 of Ryan J. Rose. Dylan Simmons once again gets caught up in a 3rd wreck. Not his doing.
Dylan can just not catch a break tonight.
Oh, my. Let's see what happened. Ryan J. Rose, Wooldridge contact. Wooldridge is just coming up the track and gets it to Rose.
Yeah, just nothing.
There's
nothing Jose can even do. Start over again. And what's these cautions? P has just been stuck in that same position.
Raymond Wimmer side by side with Leggett. Pete Tart on the bottom behind Matt. Puts the bumper to him and will put those three wide for second. Raymond Wimmer up top. He'll try to outbrake Matthew Leggett to the corner. Pete Tart, fresh tires. Doesn't want to waste any time. Goes to second. Parks on those of Leggett. Leggett looks back underneath. Raymond Wimmer still up top. Here comes Douglas Henry. 2 by 2 now. Pete Tart gets out in front of Leggett and Raymond. Raymond Wimmer side by side with Matt. Raymond on that top line. Half a truck ahead of Matthew Leggett for that 3rd spot. Matt battling back up the inside. And just behind the pair, Raymond Wimmer, Derek Stanley side by side for that 5th spot. Stephen James underneath there. 5 cars underneath the blanket. And now they're nose to tail, 3 wide. Raymond Wimmer up top, Leggett in the middle. Brett Murphy looks up the inside. Excuse me, that's Derek Stanley. Matt going backwards, almost gets into Raymond. They're still 3 wide. Douglas Henry up top. Raymond will go by for that 3rd spot, clears everybody. And now Brett Murphy getting passed by Pete Tart for the lead. Derek Stanley side by side with Douglas Henry. And Brett Murphy, Pete Tart side by side. Of course, Pete tire advantage. He will go by Brett. Back for the battle for 3rd through 5th. Derek Stanley side by side with Douglas Henry. Doug on the top line. Derek down low. Raymond Wimmer, 3 wide. Mason Thompson sideways, hangs onto it. Underneath Douglas Henry, 3 wide for the 4th spot. Mason Thompson clears Douglas Henry and Raymond Wimmer. Raymond gets dumped.
He got
Stephen
dumped.
James involved. Oh, man, Donza just drives to the left rear. Raymond Wimmer comes across the nose of Stephen James. The 2nd truck. Man, Donza is a wreck tonight, man. Race control is going to have some post-race review headaches. Green flag back out. Pete Tart will lead him.
Good jump out, Pete. But Mason.
Yeah, Mason Thompson digging on the top line. Can he keep his right rear on Pete Tart? Yes, he will. Ricky Mendonça into 3rd. Mason Thompson gets cleared by Pete Tart. He's in 2nd. And here comes Matthew Leggett. Derek Stanley contact off the corner for P4. Gary Smoke just got turned into Rose. Gary Smoke hard right into the 56 of Ryan J. Rose. And we were just talking about how good of a day Gare Bear has been having. Unfortunate, dude.
Did he get turned?
He's right there in that 3rd. Oh, he comes up into Tab, not knowing they're 3 wide. Tab can't go up. He has the 56 in front of him, the 67 behind him. And so Gary Smoke, unaware of that, turns up. And then, of course, Ryan J. Rose gets involved. Green flag back out.
Jason almost got to the outside there, but just couldn't get it done. He just had such a good launch. But Mason, with those fresh tires, I think he might get him here soon.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, Derek Stanley inside of Brian Torchia. Going backwards, unaware that he was going to be 3 wide. And Dylan Simmons gets involved with another wreck. Dylan Simmons knocks that right front into Brian Torchia. Brian Torchia going backwards, and he just kind of fell into Raymond Wimmer's right front. Let's take a look at the replay.
Doug.
Or sorry, that is what I meant. He just kind of crowds Doug.
Or did Matthew push Doug into Brian?
Let's see here. I don't think so. I think Doug's just right there. Oh, nah, Byron's already
turned out.
Already a nose in.
That was a better start for Mason that time on the outside, but just could not get the power down.
Derek, big wiggle out of Mason. Derek 3 wide with mid-downs on the bottom, and now Mason Thompson going backwards. He's now 3 wide with Douglas Henry and Matthew Legatt still going backwards. Ricky Mendonça into second, Derek Stanley third. And here comes Douglas Henry up the inside of Mason Thompson. Matthew Legatt goes by for fourth, puts her up on the fence, trying to run down Ricky Mendonça down the back straightaway. Derek Stanley up the inside of Ricky Mendonça for second. Matt's on his right rear. Here comes Doug up the inside. And Matt close racing here at North Wilkesboro. Multiple lines being used. Doug tries the top line, gets behind Matt, who's behind Mendonça. Derek alone on the bottom. Ricky Mendonça still owns second. Derek Stanley now up the inside of Matthew Legatt for third. He will clear the 4-track. Douglas Henry side by side. Mason Thompson contact. Mason sideways hangs onto it.
Good save.
Wow. Drops back to 6th. Douglas Henry into 5th. And the battle for third's not over. Legatt up the inside of Mendonça, across the nose of Derek Stanley. Brave move, and now looks for second. Mendonça, can he hang on?
Just loving this.
Yeah, Pete Tart likes these guys side by side, but they all have fresher tire. Mendonça in the fence. Matthew Legatt into second. Yeah, Pete right now staying about a 10th.
Oh, Doug just got moved by Mason.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is something you do not want to do.
Yeah, you don't mess with Doug. Oh, no. What happened there?
I think
and we're still green.
First caution.
Did he try to go for him?
I think race control just quit.
Race control just retired. Well, I don't know what happened there, but let's take a look at the replay.
That was weird.
Oh, Doug tried to get down in front of Mason. Mason was already there. So Doug clears himself. So where does this go wrong?
I think Mason hits the wall.
Doug is still pointed pretty straight.
He does what?
What is that?
Go in cockpit. We need to see the cockpit.
I mean, he is coming down across Mason's nose. Oh, he's... it really looks like he's trying to save the truck, Aiden.
Yeah,
I don't know about you. It looks like he's trying to save it. Because you're going to see
one more.
Truck gets light, sides wiggle.
Sideways right there.
And he's just not quite turning.
Yeah, it's just not.
45 laps to go. Pete Tart out front, Ricky Mendonça. Matthew, Douglas Henry checked up just to the back. It's in the back of Anthony Ely. And Mason Thompson up the inside of Matthew Legatt for the third spot, excuse me. Ricky Mendonça just in front of the pair. Mason liking the bottom. Mendonça, big diamond, but he slows up, cautions out. Big wreck, Douglas Henry. In the back, Dylan Simmons caught up in another.
Looks like 4 or 5 tonight.
Yeah, he cannot catch a break. Let's take a look at the replay. Doug on the bottom side of Torch.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Loses the rear end, catches Torchia. By the way, guys, we were not yellow flag. The yellow just got brought out. I thought, yeah, I thought it was for that. Oh, Mason Thompson just comes up in front of him. Mason loses it. Oh, into Matthew Legatt.
They're okay.
They're still
Mason,
wrecking.
big wall contact though.
Oh, but Mendonça comes into Derek Stanley.
Raymond nowhere to go.
Yeah. 39 to go.
And Matthew can just not get the launches. He does have the better tires though, but he just cannot get the restarts and stay side by side with Pete.
Derek Stanley, Brett Murphy, side by side. Brett back in, and I'm going to assume Brett did have a set of tires left because he's out here dogging still.
Oh, yeah. I think he might be out of tires, though.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flag is out. Woldridge.
Oh.
Jason Woldridge, Aaron Warren. Pete Hart 3 wide up the inside. Fresh tires will be the first one to get clean air. And Brian Torchia, Brett Murphy spin down the back straightaway.
Who's the leader? Who got the lead?
Green flag is out. Raymond Wimmer will lead him. Pete Hart outside, looks for it. Here comes Matthew Gadd up the inside. And Raymond Wimmer, 3 wide middle. Derek Stanley now on the outside behind Pete. And Raymond Wimmer, like I said, dropping like a rock right now. Pete Hart gets back out front. Then it's Matthew Legatt side by side with Derek Stanley. Raymond Wimmer up the inside of Ricky Mendonça, 4th and 5th right now. And now Stephen James, Raymond keeps getting put 3 wide middle, going backwards. Brett Murphy in the back. He wrecks it in a pit road. We stay green. Brett Murphy got turned. Gary Smoke up the inside of Mendonça. Contact. Old school Wilkesboro muscle out of Gary Smoke. Moves to the 4th spot. Stephen James gets underneath Mendonça, trying to capitalize. Gary Smoke into the top 4 now. And Mendonça retaliates. Wrecks Gary Smoke. And Gary Smoke, Mason Thompson.
Oh, Gary is not going to be happy.
It's still green flag. Now it falls. I think Gary Smoke just got wiped out.
And Gary
Let's look at the replay. I think Mendonça just wrecked Gary. Oh, yeah. I don't think that gets more blatant than that. Pete Hart leads him. Legatt side by side with Stanley for 2nd. Mendonça 3 wide with James and Stanley. Mendonça gets into the 3rd spot. Stephen James 4th there on the bottom. Derek Stanley just up top. Anthony Ely now into the picture. Ely followed by Ryan Rosé. Stephen James 4th. And right now, Derek Stanley trying to run back down the 46 of Ricky Mendonça. Yellow flag is out. Douglas Henry, big wreck. Gary Smoke, Brett Murphy, Brian Torchia on board with Doug.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh.
Oh. Who do you get dumped by?
Brian Torchia, I think.
Brian. Oh. Yeah.
I don't really think Torchia did that on purpose. Doug moved into the corner at the last second before braking. Torchia probably thought he was going to stay high. We'll look at that again, but in all honesty, I don't really think much is on Torchia there. It looks to the inside, and Doug tries to take away the line. Brian Torchia there at the end of the straightaway showed that he was going to take the bottom, but Brett Murphy, Gary Smoke slam in. Well, Pete Hart clears. Here comes Matthew Legatt. Big run. Remember, matched on tires right now. This entire top 6. Mendonça, Stanley side by side. Stanley gets back behind Mendonça for 4th. Stephen James 5th as Ryan J. Rosé right behind him. It's Derek Stanley into Ricky Mendonça. Mendonça saves it.
Good save out, Ricky.
Really good save. Derek Stanley into that 3rd spot right now. Pete Hart leads the field. Matthew Legatt right behind him. 5/10 off. Can he catch Pete?
Yeah, Pete's just been the fastest truck all night long. There's really no debating about that. And it looks like if he can just keep it clean and no caution for the next 20 seconds.
Oh,
As
why
soon as
did
I
you
say
say
that-
it? Wow.
Oh, man.
Aaron Warren was the incident report. I think Brett Murphy was involved. We'll see a green-white checkered, man. It's going to be a green-white checkered. Great launch. Oh, here comes Matthew Lagat on the outside. Derek Stanley up the inside into second. Pete Tart leads, then in the back, Brett Murphy. And Dylan Simmons gets caught up again. Dylan Simmons, 27 laps down, just trying to do his best to clock laps. He cannot catch a break. Somebody get that man an ice cream. Really good launch out of the pair behind Pete. Yeah, Derek Stanley now gets the back bumper of Pete. Matthew Lagat, clean air on the bottom. Side by side with Derek Stanley. We make it around to the flag stand. White flag. One more lap to go for Pop-Tart Pete. Derek Stanley second. Matthew Lagat third. Brett Murphy, Ricky Mendonça. Spun by Anthony Ely. Big wreck on the front straightaway. Pop-Tart Pete down the backstretch. And it turns 3 and 4. Wreck after wreck, but a 0x for Pop-Tart Pete. Pete gets his first win.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Final.
Well, you can hear the emotion. Fuck yeah, Pete says. First career win in Frontier Truck Tour. He had a 0x. And look at the respect from his fellow racers here in Frontier. A demolition derby of a night. Yet we hate...
what a night, though.
Oh my gosh. Pete Tart burns it down, man. He earned this one. He was perfect. Mentioned it already. It's been confirmed by Race Control. Pete Tart, 0x today. 0 incident points. Gets her done. Burnout, Maidwell vintage on the truck.
I think Pete Tart liked this race. But who else voted for this race to be on the schedule?
Yeah, this was a, I don't know. We'll talk to Pete right now. Pete Tart, winner at North Wilkesboro. First career win. The only driver in the field with a 0x.
Oh, that feels good. Kept it clean all night. Kept it up front. I mean, yeah, that was flawless.
When you saw all the wrecks happening around you, in your mirror, man, what were you thinking? Did you think you could survive?
I think that one time I started about 6th, that was a little scary because there's people on older tires in front of us. But I think it was a little more just irritating. We couldn't get a long run in because would have been a little bit more of a race.
Well, Pete, Maidwell vintage on the truck. Talk about the support you've had from Zippy and what you're going to be doing for the rest of the Frontier Truck Tour season. And are you excited for POW Racing Season 5?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad. It's a happy partnership with Maidwell Vintage. Shout them out. I'm glad they're on the truck for the whole season in Frontier and most races in PAL next year. And just excited to move forward with our partnership.
All righty, Pop-Tart Pete, congratulations on the win tonight. First crew win for Pete comes here at North Wilkesboro. We'll send him down. Derek Stanley, eventful day for him. Fought hard all race long. Let's find him here. Derek, no, and Aiden up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Man, what a slugfest. How'd you bring it home in second, Derek?
Just try to keep the track position as most as I could. Sorry about getting into Matt there. Got loose on the last lap. Didn't mean to do that, Matt.
All I saw was you take second spot, Derek.
Yeah. You all racer.
Yeah. I got a little loose and got into him. That's my bad.
All right.
It was a lot better than all the stuff we saw on the track.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty clean of what happened tonight.
Yep, it was a chaos race, but you get that with short track racing.
All righty, but Derek Stanley, P2 tonight. Great finish. We'll send you back down.
Thank you, sir.
League owner Matthew Legatt, man.
I don't even know if he wants to talk. Should we get?
I don't
Fuck it,
know.
let's get him up in here.
We're
Let's
going to
get him
have
up
to
in here.
force him, though. Somber tone right now, like Denny Hamlin's Sunday night. Matt, as a league owner, what's it like to go through an event like this?
Yeah, it's definitely rough. You know, we had a bad apple race season 1 at Phoenix. I think this tops that. But
Speaking of bad apples, we're going to go Fox Side by Side, brought to you by Applebee's.
just
All right, we're
gotta
back.
just gotta move on and go back to our amazing 1.5-mile racing we know we have next week. So, and that's
Matt,
not to say
as-
the short tracks haven't been well, but just one of those races.
As a driver, you finished third. Why didn't you have anything for Pete's Heart there?
He just drove a great race. He put in the practice. He had the drive off the corner that I couldn't quite find, and time the restart's great. It just couldn't keep up with Pete tonight. He deserved it, and he was the only guy in the field with a 0x. So that says a lot about his driving tonight.
Yep, he was the cleanest guy out on the field. Never caused a wreck, but never got into a wreck. They won the race.
That's how you do it.
All righty. Well, congratulations, Matt, on the top 3. We'll send you back down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude on-track action here. Frontier Truck Tour Monday nights. Thank you, Aiden, for joining me in the booth. What a race this was. I will see you guys Wednesday, Throttle Hopper Racing League, Michigan.